Hey guys, Edward here from Edward279, the mixed content creator. Macbeth. It's one of Shakespeare's most well-known and bloodiest works, rich with themes like ambition, power, corruption, justice, and even betrayal. But it's, to be frank, kind of a headache for most my age and many adults too. Hell, most of Shakespeare's works are like that, and unlike a very select few of them like Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, and many other Shakespearean works like Much Ado About Nothing and A Midsummer Night's Dream, don't have that much pop culture representation, if any at all. So from someone who's read Macbeth and through the headache not just survived, but triumphed, this is the start of a multi-season series. He's explaining all of Macbeth from the very beginning to the triumphant end to make it all that much less of a headache for you guys. This video, I'll be explaining Act 1, Scene 1. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The scene is first set with thunder and lightning. Not a royal castle, not a peaceful forest. Thunder and lightning. This, like many other things in Act 1, Scene 1, is a prelude, setting the stage for the rest of the play being ominous, even downright creepy at times. Then, three witches, sometimes referred to as the Weird Sisters, appear. They discuss when they should all meet up again, saying, in thunder, lightning, or rain. Then, the second witch says, as when the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. This means that the place they meet up at will be the site of a major battle, though we don't know which one just yet. But, more importantly, that phrase, when the battle's won and lost, actually conveys something important. As a recurring trope in this play is that victory often comes at a steep price somewhere else, as will be proven by Macbeth later in the play, and thus in future videos when he seizes the crown, but at what cost to his humanity and sanity? The first witch asks where to meet up again, with the second witch answering, upon the heath, which basically means an empty landscape where they also plan to meet Macbeth. This is yet another prelude to how the rest of the play will unfold, as from the very beginning, we can sense that Macbeth is going to be corrupted by the supernatural forces the witches represent, as these witches are the major deceivers of the play, who will dupe, deceive, and corrupt Macbeth, diverting him from his noble ambitions and leading him down a far different path. One of violence, inhumanity, paranoia, and a lust for power untamable in all the wrong ways. Then, the witches hear the calls of their, air quotes here, familiars, which all look like animals. A toad named Paddock calls the first witch. A cat named Greymalkin calls the second, and an unnamed spirit calls the third. But these quote-unquote spirit friends of the witches actually all have deeper meanings. In symbolic interpretations, the toad symbolizes poison, corruption, rot, and decay. The cat, mystery, deception, and the occult. And the unnamed spirit, doom, chaos, and the unknown. All things that will later haunt Macbeth. These witches aren't just predicting the future, they're deliberately poisoning Macbeth's mind with thoughts of bloodlust and extreme ambition, and that will lead to his tragic moral decline. All while they lurk in the shadows and Macbeth, completely oblivious to this whole plot. Now we finally get to the next to last line of the scene, which is also one of, if not the most well-known line in all of Macbeth, especially amongst literature buffs. Fair is foul, and foul is fair. This might seem like a nonsensical paradox. How can something that's good be bad, and something that's bad be good? But remember when I said earlier that deception will be a cornerstone of the play? Well, that's exactly what's happening here when the witches say that. As characters, those that have a good image or have good intentions like Macbeth will get corrupted into bloodlust, tyranny, and terror, while those that have a notably worse image or are less known at first will later rise to unexpected heroism. In fact, this next to last line alone foreshadows the tragedy of Macbeth's moral decline, descent into violence, and an insatiable lust for power and control due to being corrupted by the witches. So there you have it. Act 1, Scene 1 of Macbeth explained. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe only if you want to. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Edward here from Edward279, the Mixed Content Creator, signing out.